Hello to anybody who is clicking on this video. I'm going to assume, if you're watching this, that you are not a new viewer and have been here for a bit. And you're probably wondering, since it's been a couple weeks, where are the streams? And, fair question. And it's a question with a very simple answer, really. I just have not been able to. It's a combination of things, really. I've been pretty tired recently, and I hate to do a stream with low energy because then I know that like the commentary is gonna be bad and I'm just gonna perform worse in whatever I'm playing, and I never really want that. Also, I've had a lot of family members around, which means there's been a lot of background noise, and I never want to do a stream that has a lot of background noise because like that it takes away from the experience, and I want my stuff to be the best quality that it can be, and just with the way that things have been going for me for a bit, I can't really, promise that. I will, you know, I'll do a stream as soon as I'm able to, as soon as I'm like, willing to have the energy for it. And I'll say that right now that the stream is going to be in Stars in Time Part 2. I can 100% confirm that. But yeah, I don't know. I can't give a consistent date for when that actually would be, is the problem. But either way, I hope that y'all will be willing to stick around. Give me patience, and look forward to when that does eventually happen. In the meantime, I figured I should make, at least get something out, get this video out, just to kind of let y'all know what my kind of plans are, like what I'm thinking of doing. I really hope this video does not like crash all of a sudden because I'm recording this while it's storming outside, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. So in terms of streams, I have there's a channel in the Discord, Stream Plans. You can check that anytime. I have a pretty like clear order of what I want to do on the streams. I want to get In Stars in Time done relatively quickly, hopefully. Because from what I've heard, it's gonna be similar length to Omori, and that was a fairly long stream series. So, I know that's gonna take a decent chunk of time. Because I want to get into Crow Country and some other games that I have, but I can't really do that until that series is finished. Well, I mean, I could, but I want to just try to focus on one main overarching series. I might do one-offs here and there. I do have ideas for one-offs, which are also written down in that same channel, but I haven't done any of them yet because the more that I thought about it, actually, I think some of them could be turned into videos. Because that's the next thing I was going to talk about. I want to start doing actually edited videos. There's only one problem with that. It is not a lack of skill, not a lack of motivation. It is simply that I don't have access to a good video editing software yet. I know how to use Adobe Premiere, and I have used, like free options in the past, but they're pretty bad, to be super honest, and I don't really want to use those, especially since a lot of them will leave like a watermark at the end of the video, and who wants that, So ideally, I'll find some way to get a good video editing software, whether spending income to get Adobe Premiere or something like that. But yeah, I have ideas for edited videos that I would really like to do at some point. I also have an idea for an unedited video, but that's going to take up like an entire day. Like that will basically be equivalent to a stream, but in the form of a video. I've mentioned it on the Discord before. I kind of want to do a thing where like I try to 100% Garm 47 as fast as possible. I don't want that to take away time from In Stars in Time though. So once I have gotten more into the groove of streaming In Stars in Time again, then I might mix that in there. In terms of edited videos, a couple ideas that I had were like, I did that Silksong Boss tier list, and that was pretty fun because I like just giving my thoughts on things. I think it's pretty entertaining. So I think doing some like edited tier lists could be interesting. I have no idea if I mean, if you don't care about that, that's completely reasonable. But it's kind of just, I like having an excuse to yap about something I'm interested in, and that's like pretty much the ultimate way of doing that, is literally just going over like every example of something and ranking them. And yeah, an idea I had for that was a bunch of asymmetrical horror games that I had played. I thought that would be fun. Yeah, and I would include a little bit of gameplay of each of them as well. That's what the edited part would be. Um, but yeah, like I said, I have a lot of things planned. It's just I don't have the motivation for them right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get to them soon. Hopefully I'll be less tired, less busy, stuff like that. Um, but if y'all need kind of motivation of your own of like why should I care, I will say once again this has also been announced on Discord, not in there. Highly recommend joining. We're it's very chill there. Uh, when we hit 300 subs, I want to do another FNAF week because I really like doing FNAF week. It's really fun. It kind of forces me to like get my head in the game pretty much by doing like a you know long streak of streams, and I guess it lets me try out a bunch of cool horror things that I've been seeing recently. I have the games that I would want to do for that prepared already. Well, okay, I don't have them downloaded, but I have like a list of like which ones I would do. Um, and one of them is a demo that I played last FNAF week, which is Finest Frick Bears 3, because that looks really good. I am really excited for that one. Honestly, I thought about just doing that one separately, but I was like, no, I should wait. So, hey, the faster that I get to 300, the faster that I get to do something that I've been really looking forward to. So, I mean, if y'all want a reason to give me more motivation, that would be helpful. Now, I don't want to sound like a shill saying that. I know that sounds like super generic, like, hey, everyone make sure, like, subscribe, guys. You'll get some awesome rewards if I get enough subscriptions. But, like, I do, you kind of have to do stuff like that, is the thing. Because YouTube is not, it's not nice. They've been changing their algorithm recently, and I don't really know how I'm gonna fare in it. I'm gonna be honest, because from what I've heard and seen, YouTube is kind of discouraging series. Unfortunately, they're trying to push for like standalone, really long videos, which I considering I mostly stream, that kind of works. But the problem is, I'm starting a stream series, right? I'm starting in Stars in Time, and then there's gonna be another one after that with Crow Country. So it's like, I don't know. It's both. It seems like it should work for me, and also seems like it shouldn't. So I'm kind of conflicted on that. I hope it won't be too bad. I hope views won't drop too much. It won't demotivate me really, because I've said in the past, I really just do this for fun. Like this is pretty much a hobby for me. I don't make any money off of it. Um, you know, when I am eventually able to do that, that would be nice. But I'm not that worried about it, to be so honest. Because I mean, like I said with the tier listing, I use these streams and these videos as just an excuse for me to ramble about whatever I'm thinking about. And even if they don't succeed, I hope people that are around, people that do watch, care to listen and are entertained by it. Because, as long as I can make someone's day a little better, make someone smile, make someone laugh, that's all I really need to accomplish. Um, and I wish I could be doing that more often with more streams, but until I have the energy for it, it won't happen. Hopefully, within like the next few weeks, I hope to have another stream out. But I can't promise anything. Obviously, I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling. But I think I should be fine. Like, I don't think this should last much longer. I've had to take a longer break for like IRL like problems, as opposed to just like a lack of motivation. This is a much less serious issue than like some other past reasons that I haven't streamed. So hopefully it should not be nearly as long as those. That was like multiple months. But yeah, sorry. I just figured I should get this little update video out. Also, I'm using a different game for background footage now. I don't know. I honestly might make a video. One of just like the unedited, unscripted, rambling videos talking about this like type of game. These like Roblox super hard obbies. Because, man, I have things to say. Like it is interesting to me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be more transparent on like upcoming things in the future. Just so y'all can know what to look out for, what to watch if you are interested, and honestly, if you aren't interested, what to skip. I don't care. You can skip some of my videos. That's fine. As long as you're here for the things you care about, that's all it matters to me. And as long as you enjoy the things that you care about, then that's the most important part. Yeah. If you watch this, I hope you have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your afternoon, or a good rest of your night. And if it is night time for you, hope you rest well. And I'll hope to see you when I do come back to streams, hopefully in the near future. Goodbye, people.